Hi everyone, welcome to Love Busted. I'm Kelly, and I am a medium of sorts, trying to do trauma healing through tarot and other mysticism. And I got on here last night and was trying to sort of get a sense about everything going on, and there's just so much. The energy was chaos, and I just had a bunch of trickster spirits come in. So just taking a few grounding breaths. So I have already done a prayer protection, and I'm hoping that my spirit team can help me call in a couple of different collectives that I want to pull. I'm not trying to get really predictive outcomes because it's an impossibility, really, because we souls living a human experience have free choice. And so spirit doesn't know what we're going to do. So I want to call in the collective consciousness of the National Guard that's being deployed, and active duty police officers, and try and do like a poll for some questions that I have. And I don't know if that's going to be possible, but we're going to try it. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I haven't been following the news today. I don't know if did Taco did he? Trump seemingly walks back decision on sending troops to Chicago. So see, I mean, he could always change his mind and threaten it again. This could change at any time. So we'll just call him in and see if we can. Okay. But before we do that, I just wanted to sort of echo the whole divine neutrality and the importance of having a neutral perspective. And there is a fable that I want to share with you. I was a children's librarian, and this is one of my favorites. It was an award winner, and it's Zen Shorts by John J. Muth. Beautiful. We're going to skip to The Farmer's Luck. Let's see if I can get the camera to cooperate. Oop. P2. Hmm. Let's see. Directions lit. It did not rotate it. Did it? Did nothing. I will just have to rotate this in post. The farmer's luck. There was once an old farmer who had worked his crops for many years. One day, his horse ran away. Upon hearing the news, his neighbors came to visit. "Such bad luck," they said sympathetically. "Maybe," the farmer replied. The next morning, the horse returned, bringing with it 2 other wild horses. "Such good luck!" the neighbors exclaimed. "Maybe," replied the farmer. The following day, his son tried to ride one of the untamed horses, was thrown off, and broke his leg. Again, the neighbors came to offer their sympathy on his misfortune. "Such bad luck," they said. "Maybe," answered the farmer. The day after that, military officials came to the village to draft young men into the army to fight in a war. Seeing that the son's leg was broken, they passed him by. "Such good luck," cried the neighbors. "Maybe," said the farmer. "I get it," said Michael. "Maybe good luck and bad luck are all mixed up. You never know what will happen next." "Yes," Stillwater agreed. "You never know." You never know. You never know how the outcomes are going to play into the long term. And so we can't make judgments and get all mixed up in the what ifs and shoulda couldas and, spiraling about what's going on in the world. So, that being said, this is for entertainment purposes only. Spirit doesn't know everything. And let's see if they'll come in today. I don't really have any questions prepared. I'm just going to see what comes. Okay. P2. All right. Hello, Spirit team. Are you with me? If you are, can you show me yes, please? Can you show me no? Can you show me maybe? And rephrase? Thank you. I got something. So I was wondering, is it possible for me to do a poll of these collective groups that I want to talk to, just to see? So let's call in the Texas National Guard that is on standby, active. Well, the members that Felon 45 was going to send to Chicago and may still send to Chicago. I'd like to call them in for just a polling to see how they feel about having to go to Chicago. Okay. So let's do this in percentages. What is the first question I need to ask here? What percentage of you feel good about having to go on a tour of duty in um, in Chicago. What percentage of you are excited about going to Chicago? 70%. Wow. What? Okay, thank you. What percentage of you are willing to follow orders no matter what? 0%. Okay, that's good. Um, what percentage of you are excited about ICE, helping ICE get rid of illegal immigrants? What percentage of you are excited about helping get rid of illegal immigrants? 40% of you. Interesting. um, what percentage of you would fire on protesters if they started throwing rocks? Let me rephrase that. If protesters became violent by throwing rocks and you were so ordered to fire on them, what percentage of you would do so? About 40% would follow that order. Okay. Absolutely no judgment. Don't know what I would do. What percentage of you are worried about a Kent State situation in Chicago if you are called to be stationed in active duty there? 10%. Okay. It's very small. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Is there anything that you as a collective would like to tell? Um, do you have a message at all for Americans right now that are worried uh, about a military state in America? B, E, B, C, be careful. Yes, you don't want to have to harm your fellow citizens. No. Okay. Um, you may not know anything about this, but I have been getting the sense that the reason why National Guard units are being called into cities is really because of election fraud. I think that the Rockland case is going to bring out some election tampering, and I think that uh, POTUS is concerned about civil unrest. Do you know anything about this? No. Okay. I won't poke and prod then. Did you have anything else to share? F I G H T, fight. F O R, for. F R E E, freedom. Is that what you see yourselves doing? Is that what you're calling all Americans to do? What percentage of you feel like our civil liberties are at risk under this current administration? Wow, 70%. Okay. Thank you so much for coming in today and telling me how you feel. I really appreciate you, and thank you for your service. I'm sorry you're in such a rough spot. You're really in a rough spot. B E C. Be careful. You just wanted to reiterate that. Yes. Um, uh, is it possible for you to elaborate on that at all? How do you see Americans can protect themselves right now? Why? Oh, you, you, N, you need. What do Americans need to be careful or protect themselves? Are I G H T rights. Ah, you need to know your rights. And don't give away your rights. Okay, that is good advice. Thank you. Wow, that was really, really helpful. Thank you so much. I'm going to end this session. I return your energy. Please uh, thank all of you for being here. Thank you so much. Call back in my spirit team. Next, I would like to pull the Chicago police force that's on active duty. The higher consciousness of all the police force units in Chicago. Are you here? Show me yes if you're here, Chicago. Law enforcement. Awesome. Thank you for coming in today to help us see how you're thinking and feeling about the current state of events. I'm just curious, how are you feeling now that President Trump has seemingly walked back sending the National Guard to assist you? B E T T. You're feeling better. There's a sense of relief. He may have tacoed, but he could always get a revenge situation against Governor Pritzker, I think. So on Reddit, I saw something in the subreddit for Chicago that one commenter was very accusatory towards you about saying that many of you would probably be more than willing to like help ICE in any way, and that you were excited about getting the help from the National Guard. What percentage of you were actually looking forward to the National Guard coming to Chicago? 0%. That's amazing. Okay. Wow. Oh. Oh. What percentage of you feels good about how ICE is handling immigration? What percentage of you feels like they're doing a satisfactory job following human rights and all of that as they deport citizens? What percentage of you agree with this new immigration agenda? I guess is what I'm asking. Okay, so 40% of you feel like it is necessary. Okay, I think the problem is the lack of due process, though. Like, if people are really here illegal, it makes sense that they would get deported, but a lot of people are like asylum seekers that have paperwork that proves that they're here and they're not getting really their due process, right? You changed to 30%. 30%. Okay. Um is that is that the percentage of you that thinks that due process is an issue? Yes. Okay. I gotcha. All right. Um what percentage of you feel like you really could have used the National Guard to help you fight crime in Chicago? Did I already ask that? I feel like I asked it in a slightly different way. 0%. Well, it's probably sort of the same question as what I asked earlier. I just asked it in a slightly different way. Thank you. Sorry for being repetitive. Um, okay. Uh, do you have any advice for um, uh, the people of Chi-Town as they go out and protest? Do you have any advice for them? H O L hold T H E hold the I keep hearing in my head hold the line, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. Can you tell me a little bit more about what that means to you? Like, I'm seeing in my head all the officers standing in a line with their shields. And the idea is that you don't let anybody pass through because you're linked arm in arm. Is that sort of the gist of it? Yes. Okay. So stand together with your community is sort of the message that I'm getting from that. Is that accurate? Okay. Awesome. Do you have anything else you'd like to share? B be careful. Yeah, the National Guard just told us the same thing. Thank you for protecting and serving. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your thoughts and opinions with us. We appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. Love and light to you all. Thank you. I know you're often criticized, and there are a few bad cops, but not all of you are bad cops, and we realize that. So thank you. Thank you. Maybe we can talk another time about the whole negativity surrounding your occupation, and but let's not do that right now. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Let's talk again soon. All right, spirit team. I don't know if this one's a big ask. I don't know if we can round this crew up. They might not be willing. I would like to talk to the higher selves of the Trump administration, including Felon 45 himself. Higher selves, please. Is that possible? Bring in everyone working under him. Shoot, bring in the higher consciousness of Congress, too. Let's just see if we can get some polling here about what's going on. Are you all here? Thank you for being here. This is a judgment-free zone. I may not approve of your policies, but I appreciate your willingness to serve. So tell me, if you know, is the Rockland, New York court case getting ready to well, I guess I should ask you this first. Can you show me what a non-answer looks like if you don't want to answer? You'll just say no? That's confusing. Okay, you have the option to not answer, and you can just spin around in a circle, and I'll just assume that you're not going to answer that question. I have a feeling, an intuitive feeling about the Rockland case bringing forward election tampering to the forefront. And to me, it just makes sense that that would possibly cause civil unrest. What percentage of you are concerned about this? What percentage of you think that the Rockland case might cause civil unrest? 70%. What percentage of you have no awareness about Rockland? It's like not even on your radar. You're like, what's the Rockland case? Wow. Okay. 20% of you don't know. So, that means 10% of you aren't concerned about it. Is that right? Okay. Is there any connection to the National Guard being called to cities because of Rockland? Yes. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I had an inkling. Um, what percentage of you believe that the things being thrown out of the White House window was a construction worker? 90%. And you believe that to be true? Yes. If that were true, why did President Trump say that it was AI generated? D, E, M, dementia? Yes. What percentage of you believe that President Trump, the week that he was missing, was in the hospital? What percentage of you believe that President Trump was in the hospital? 80%. What chance was it that he had some sort of, what is it called? Like a brain stroke, uh, embolism? Not embolism, that would have killed him. What is it called? TMI? No, I don't remember. Why do you think he was in the hospital? 80% of you believe that he was hospitalized those 3 days. Why do you think he was in the hospital? A, H, E, A, R, T, a heart attack? Yes. That makes sense with him holding a lot of fluid. He might have had fluid around his heart. Was it a blockage or was it fluid? It was a blockage. Okay. Wow. Great doctors. How many stents did he have put in? 4 stents. And now he's sad because he can't have cheeseburgers anymore. I can feel it. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing this information. I think we forget that he is a human, and I'm not a fan, but he is a human. He's done some detestable things, but really, most of that's the Heritage Foundation, isn't it? Yes, he's just the puppet. Yes. What percentage of you fully support all of these policy changes? 80%. Wow. So there's only like, I'm assuming the other 20% is the Democrats in Congress. Okay. Hmm. Um, do you fully support him because you feel threatened? Yes. What percentage of you have been threatened by the Godfather? What percentage of you have been threatened in some way? 40%. Hmm. What percentage of you are in the Epstein files or compromised by the Epstein files? 30%. I'm sorry, does this collective include our judicial branch? I didn't specifically call the judicial in. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Are what percentage of you are scared about the Epstein victims releasing their own list? What percentage of you are scared by the threat of the Epstein victims releasing their own list? 0%. Why do you feel like it's not a threat? Because you don't feel like you feel like you'll be able to spin it as dishonest? Wow. So Marjorie saying that she's going to back these women doesn't scare you at all? Oh, now you're saying 40%. 40% what? Are scared of the victim's testimony? Okay. What made you change from 0 to 40? Oh, Marjorie. Yeah, she is backing them. And I think there's part of me that believes that she's doing it because she wants to get reelected, but also I do feel like it's sincere as well. So, I don't know. If you know me, I'm not a fan. But I'm trying to have a neutral perspective, uh, just to see all sides and present all sides. Um, I'm sure that there has been some sort of physician's report. I don't know what percentage of you have seen or heard it, but um, what is President Trump's prognosis? Like, how much? Uh, I know that it's hard to predict, but doctors probably gave him some sort of time estimate. He does have the best doctors in the world, so, but what time frame are we looking at for his, if he does everything right? 7, is that days or months? It's months. 7 months. Okay. Did VP Vance come out and make that statement because of the heart attack? Okay. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, my hand's going numb. Ugh. Okay, guys. Let's wrap this up because my hand's getting tired. Is there any messages you would like to share with America? See, I, sorry, I needed to readjust. See, I was making it harder for the way I was holding it. I was making it hard for you to swing. T, city or citizens. Citizens. U, N, I, T, E, D, Citizens United. B, E, F, O, R, E before, A, D, E, A, T, Citizens Unite before a death. Are you saying the country's going to unite before his death? Okay. Wishful thinking. But you can think that. We'll see. E, A, C, H, each, W, A, each way, G, O, each way go, D, E, A, T, H, death, which way you go, death, F, O, follows? Yes. That's thoughtful. It's very philosophical. I don't understand the meaning, but maybe it'll make sense one day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for serving your country. Um, I appreciate you tuning in to my channeling session, and I would love to speak with you again in the future. Um, I ask that your energies return to their source and close this session. Thank you so much for being here. I send you love and light. Okay, Spirit team. I'm really tired now, so I would like to close this session. Can you please help me return any energy that is not mine? Dissolve any dark energies that have attached to me, or return them to their source for healing. I call back any energy that is mine. And I close this session. Thank you so much for being with me today. I don't even remember what I asked. That was wild. Yeah, let me know in the comments. This was my first time doing that. I have channeled big groups like that before for a special project I'm working on. More details on that later. Just wow. Okay. Sending love and light to all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and supporting my channel. I do need subscribers, so please hit the subscribe button, like and comment. Will help me grow my channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.